All right, good morning once again, because if you thought eating the bugs was where this bullshit was gonna stop, I have bad news. I have really fucking bad news. One of the prophets of our latter days was quoted telling another apostle, "Why do you want to take all of the joy in life?" And that was a quote because he decided that he wanted to make eating chocolate a violation of the word of wisdom, or for those of you who are not aware, the Latter-day Saint dietary code. This is something a little bit worse. Because rather than chocolate, in addition to the World Economic Forum telling us to eat the bugs, we have a fucking Brit Bong deciding to make the Ecovado, which offers a low-impact alternative to quote-unquote unsustainable avocados. Avocados, in case none of you are aware, is completely vegan, is completely green, is completely, shall we say, not meat, it is not a carnivorous part of the carnivorous diet. No. Avocados grow on trees. It is a fruit, unironically. And yet, because they hate you, and because they want to make your life absolutely meaningless and devoid of all joy and pleasure, we now have, from the Isle of Abominations, the Ecovado. Let's go on forward, shall we? Central St. Martin's graduate Arena, name I am not going to try fucking pronouncing, has invented an avocado alternative called the Ecovado, which is meant to wean people off the resource-intensive imported fruit. They hate you. There's no other reason to explain this. They fucking hate you. The Ecovado contains a pale green, creamy foodstuff, because they can't call it just food, can they? Made from a combination of ingredients local to its country and packaged in a fake avocado skin fashioned from wax. We do this with cheese. Okay. The recent graduate, whose name I am not fucking pronouncing, of London School's Central St. Martin's Masters in Material Futures, that alone should give you pause for concern, created the product to help people reduce the amount of avocado they eat while still indulging their cravings for its flesh. This is demonstrably worse than eat the bugs. The avocado has become a modern-day cultural icon synonymous with hipster cafes and trendy Instagram posts, says the student with the last name I will never attempt at pronouncing. However, the avocado production is energy-intensive and resource-intensive. Each avocado requires 320 liters of water to grow and harvest internationally. Avocados are one of the most unsustainable crops to export because of their delicate, easy-to-produce nature and the plantation-style monoculture farms required to meet the global demand for avocados are driving the deforestation of some of the most diverse landscapes in the world. Okay, let's address this. There's not enough farmland for the avocados in a place that is obviously not native to Britain. Well, sweetheart, there is a solution to that, and it's called global warming. Yes, the problem is now the cure, because as the globe gets hotter, and this has happened without us dying as a species, farmland becomes more available to all regions of the world. We could have vineyards in England and in fucking Greenland. For those of you who are not up on your geography, Greenland is ice and Iceland is green. Greenland, which is full of ice in the Roman Ice Age, also had vineyards that we could grow food in. So, instead of creating this bullshit, we could actually just, pump in more CO2 in the atmosphere and pray for a Roman, in fact, according to models that we are now looking at, we're heading for another ice age. So a little more CO2 in the atmosphere might be a good thing in the longer future, so to speak. We can prevent an ice age by pumping in more CO2 and having more farmland. Are we going to hear that from the climate change alarmists? Fuck no, but I like my avocados. Fuck me. To come up with the avocado recipe, name I will never fucking pronounce, worked with food scientist Jack Wallman from the University of Nottingham's Food Innovation Center. He helped her identify the chemical and molecular composition of avocados and showed her how to go about finding suitable replacements. She says approximating the flavor and texture of avocado with only local, natural, low-impact ingredients was a huge challenge. So what is in the damn thing? Okay, the flavor of avocado is quite subtle and overall is most often described as creamy. On the other hand, broad beans can contain quite a lot of bitter compounds called tannins. Beans. They're replacing your avocados with beans. To reduce the bitterness, not being put off by it, by the way, we reduce the amount of broad beans in the recipe. The flavor of avocado has been described as nutty. Which is it, creamy or nutty? Is it both? Is it creamy and nutty? I have another substance you can use. Going on further, so we use creamed hazelnuts, which would bring a good amount of fat, adding to the creaminess. Now, this is something Mrs. Carnal brought to my attention. Hazelnuts are expensive as fuck, because Nutella's cornered the goddamn market on them. So, the Nutella production has already been spoken for in large part. So, what more have they put in this thing? Sometimes seemingly ideal substitute ingredients such as olive oil, which is similar to avocado fat, could not be used because they came from too far away. Bitch, there is absolutely no shortage of olive oil in the world. I am Italian, I know this. Avocado oil is ready and available everywhere across the world because we, the Italians, have said, this must be shared. Quote, instead, cold-pressed rapeseed oil was selected due to the wide availability of UK-grown products and the similarity of its fatty acid profile to avocado. So, instead of olive oil, you're getting rapeseed oil because they are raping your diet, unironically. The student, whose name I will never pronounce correctly, finesse recipe is encased in a realistic faux avocado skin made from wax and colored with food coloring. The packaging is biodegradable and compostable and can be upcycled into a candle should the consumer choose to get crafty. Oh, how very hipster of you, how very in, how vogue. Good God. The Avocados also contains what looks like an avocado stone. They experimented with many options for this, including, which ruled out waste, but a wooden ball is what they first put in, because it's not enough they stole your favorite food from you, they have to give you splinters on the way, which was ruled out for being a waste material, and recycled paper seed ball, which could be thrown into the garden to sprout wildflowers. How fucking hippie is that? However, she came to a far brighter idea. She decided the most uncomplicated option was best, and so the Avocado features a whole nut, either a walnut, chestnut, or hazelnut at its center. Again, this is expensive as fuck. Nearly all of those things are spoken for in terms of production and market value. Good Lord. Good God. This is... They hate you. They fucking hate you. There is no other reason to explain what is happening here. This is done with malice. This woman wanted... It wasn't enough for you to tell you, eat the boogs. That was not enough. They now have to replace your avocados. That is how much they hate you. And because what? It's not greener. It really isn't. I mean, seriously. Get in your diesel vehicle, drive around for a bit, and pray to the sun god that you have appeased it enough to warm the climate so you can have avocados growing in Britain. I believe in you. You know, because, my God, this is atrocious. Why, Britbongs? Why do you hate us? Why have you done this? So, they're not just telling you to eat the books. They're telling you to eat the fake Ecovado food that they're making for you because they have utter contempt for the pleasure you take in consuming normal food. That's it, guys. Stay carnal and God bless. Bye-bye.